All right, welcome to Baseball University of the Blue Ridges Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series for an exclusive feature. That's right, this is the first ever exclusive feature presented by the Providence Day School Athletics Department. We're live down here in Charlotte on Providence Day School campus. This is a NCISAA. It's the private school division. So it's NCISAA Charlotte Conference matchup between the Knights of Charlotte Christian and the Chargers of Providence Day School. They enjoyed it so much last time. They called us about coming down, doing an exclusive feature of this game, and that's something we're open to in the future. So this would be a great matchup. Both these teams have solid head coaches, solid background, solid history, and it's opening day in Major League Baseball. You getting any scores there yet, Hunter?
Braves just started 4 minutes ago. How about the O's?
Adley Rutschman hit a home run, so
Yeah,
I'm hoping he's
up.
Healthy. He had a rough second half of the year. I'm an Orioles fan, folks, and Hunter's a Braves fan, so that's probably the teams we'll be checking in on the most on the MLB side today. Braves are playing
the Padres out in San Diego, starting away from home for the bajillionth year in a row, it seems like.
Orioles are at Toronto up in Canada, so hopefully the Tariff War ain't bringing it over into the MLB side. So, well, we just met Reed Frank. Good guy. Crazy background, right? He's a former pro player.
Former professional player, former UNC Tar Heel. Played in the College World Series. Played in the College World Series with a guy my father coached up in North Henderson, and I'm a big fan of Reed Frank. Remember watching him grow up, and wore my Tar Heels jersey today. See him.
So 12th year at Charlotte Christian, third as the head coach. He's also the director of major gifts. So I'm not really sure what that is over at Charlotte Christian, but it sounds important.
It's kind of like alumni, booster club type stuff, but not booster related.
Now he's been part of a lot of the championship teams. Like we said, he was a assistant coach before taking on the head coach job, but he's been part of the 2012, 2013, 2014, 2019, 2021, and 2022 state championship teams. So we'll break down Coach Frank's background a little bit later. And then Steve Bondurant, one of our favorite guys, Bondo, also a former baseball player, South Carolina Gamecock. He's the assistant AD here at Providence Day. He's always been a great host for us. I think it's the third Providence Day game we've covered in the last 2 years. I know he made it up to AA after getting drafted in the 15th round. So both these coaches bring that professional background. I think he got up as high as AAA, and then that's where it ended up being the end for Coach Bondo. But again, you have to be an elite baseball player to make it even that far. So 11th year at Providence Day, second as the head coach for Steve Bondurant. Coming into the season, I think right now Charlotte Christian 12-3, 1-0. That 1-0 is from Tuesday's game.
Tuesday's game. It was an 8-0 rout over at Christian.
Now they traveled. Let's see, Charlotte Christian here. It looks like they started the season out 8-0. They traveled out to Arizona, I think, to play some games in the beginning of their season.
A couple games from Sunshine State, a couple of games against the Texas school, I think, too, out in the tournament there.
Now, after starting 8-0, they did have 3 losses in a row to 3 really good baseball teams. Charlotte Catholic, which, again, is 4A public school.
4A public, weird.
Oak Grove,
4A,
and then TC Robertson,
4A,
who is
back-to-back state champs.
Yep, they're probably heading towards a third straight championship at this rate. They're down in Florida right now playing in a national tournament. Let's see, Providence Day currently 5-7, 0-1 in conference after the loss to Charlotte Christian on Tuesday. Don't let that record fool you. Very talented team. We were down here earlier in the year when they played Christ School opening week and beat them. I want to say it was 8-5 in that game. They started off 5-2 this year. They went down to Florida, played some tough competition. And again, private school baseball, especially in North Carolina and the 4A and in the 3A, it just takes a jump up in talent. A lot of these teams, if they were to play more public schools, I think you would see just how more disciplined, baseball IQ, efficient baseball that some of these teams play. For example, Christ School, we were talking before the game, struggling right now. I think they're 1-9, 2-9, something like that. But they're probably talent-wise a top 10 team in the mountains. They're just not on our power rankings right now because you got to win some ball games to, claw themselves back on. But talent's there. It's just we need. I would personally like to see more intermingling of the private and public schools, much like TC Robertson playing them. You want the best to play the best. Last year, these two squared off twice, and Providence Day took one of them. So it was an upset win last year. Providence Day was 9-15, 3-7, but had a big upset over Charlotte Christian. I think in the second game they matched up last year. I know Owen Sheary was the pitcher of record in that game.
Yeah, split 11-3 for the Providence Day Chargers and then a 10-0 win for the Charlotte Christian. So,
I mean blowouts pretty much on
both sides for two good teams. Looking at their record, Charlotte Christian went 22-8 last year, and Providence Day only going 9-15, but beating a 22-8 team 11-3 is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, they beat Christ School last year too. Again, it's just they had some. Beat Durham Academy. It's a solid team. It's not. These records again are relative. They're relative to the conferences they're playing in.
Well, preparing for this game, looking at the high school NCISA playoff bracket in 4A and seeing how they do, it's a lot of big names here. Providence Day starting off with Durham Academy, then North Raleigh Christian Academy. North Raleigh Christian Academy winning that game, going on to face Christian, where they got a bye because they were the number 4 overall seed in the 4A classification of NCISAA. But then you've got schools like Covenant Day, Wesleyan Christian, Christ School, Metrolina Christian, Country Day, Raven Gap, all getting
studs.
All getting the buys. But then you've got some other
you get double buy in NCISAA too. The one year we were Christ School in 2023, we were one of the top teams, and we didn't even have to play until the quarterfinals when we ran into these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Coach and I were talking about DJ Layton earlier. I'm an Orioles fan. Orioles drafted him, I believe, in the 6th round last year. It just shows you the type of talent they're pumping out. And then Hunter hopped on the Baseball Cube earlier. That's a website we've been really digging on.
Love it.
You can look up certain high schools and just, a lot of our mountain schools, you pull it up 3 or 4 kids. You pull up Charlotte Christian, and it goes for a while.
Daniel Bard, Luke Bard,
their father's
Coach Frank.
Yeah. I would say the Bard coach. Their father's one of the assistant coaches here for Charlotte Christian as well.
I can just click right here and click the high level and see Daniel Bard, Luke Bard, Jackson Coar. Oh, Bailey Ober. How we forget about Bailey Ober? I think he's active right now with Minnesota.
I believe so.
A couple other Paul Bennett, Reed Frank, Philip Abner, Reese Hampton. So many names on here for Charlotte Christian.
And then, type Providence Day in there real quick, too.
Providence Day. No one active on here right now, but a lot of, big guys. Bryce Daniel, Kendall Hughes, Jake Jeffries, all playing in some big D1s here. Let's see. Where's active players? Well, these are the active players in college right now, just listed on here, and there's 7. So that's just from the NCAA ranks right now.
And there's a lot of talent on this current roster too.
What did Coach send us? A plethora of information.
We'll go through the where are they now. Here.
We'll get so much information to tell you all about Providence Day today.
We'll get the starting lineups here in a few minutes, but just to name a few guys that we're going to take a look at this evening. On the Charlotte Christian side, Grant Nicholson, the Wake Forest signee, he's a senior. He pitched on Tuesday, so he will not be on the bump today. Cohen Betancourt, the catcher, High Point signee. And then Owen Farrell, who's actually a quarterback prospect. He's going to be heading to Charleston Southern for football. He's having a good year as well. So those are the commitments on the Charlotte Christian side. For Providence Day, Austin Nelson, you know him pretty well. He hit a ball that almost hit your Jeep in that Christ School game. He's heading off to Rhodes College. And then on both sides, a lot of young talent. Some names we were told to look out for Charlotte Christian. Drew Darling, Jake McGrath in that junior class. Maddie Carroll, Whit McCannon in that sophomore class. And then a few freshmen we're hearing about. Derek Vasquez and Hudson Simmons. Ivan Andino is another one. One senior, uncommitted, but coach said he's got some offers out there, is Wade Thompson. So that's another name we'll look out for. Now for Providence Day, again, just as equal on the young talent here. George Kokenauer will be doing the catching tonight. Big fan of George. Solid brick wall back there behind the plate. Owen Sheary just cleared to play after dealing with a broken hand. He's going to be available in relief. He was on the mound when Providence State Chargers beat Charlotte Christian last year. Russ Adams playing third base. Good hitter, good pop. Seems to hit every time we show up. Trevor Yancey, he pitched on Tuesday, took the loss. He'll be in the lineup today. He was the CamWood Bats player of the game when we were down here in February when they played Christ School. And then we're going to see Lawson Copeland again on the mound. I really enjoyed watching him pitch earlier in the year. He was a little wild, but the stuff was there. I want to say he was up to 87 on the bump that game. Good body, moves well, just got to fill it up. And again, we'll break down some more of the coaches' backgrounds here as we go through the game because we don't have any inning sponsors today. Again, this is an exclusive feature. This is Providence Day Athletics Department bringing us in for this one, so we can keep the focus on a lot of baseball today. We will take some time to thank the Providence Day Athletics Department at the breaks of the innings, but again, a lot of baseball to chat about. So, well, it's been another interesting week. On Tuesday, we were at East Rutherford, saw them take out RS Central 4-3 in that Mountain Foothills 7 matchup, and they're going to square up again tomorrow. That whole conference is pretty much going to be decided in that game, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
If RS can sneak one out, they might be able to make it interesting.
We're about that halfway point. You and I were talking about on the phone last night, going through all the conferences and seeing who's at the top of all our local conferences that we coverage from the mountains to the foothills. This conference being a little bit different because it's the private schools within the Charlotte area, and it's only, I think, 6 teams are in this conference. And Christ School, the lone, were they lone 4A in NCISA in West North Carolina?
Technically, Raymond Gap belongs to that, but that's Georgia.
Yeah, it's not our coverage area. But so, yeah, Christ School is in the same classification as both Christian and Providence State, but not in the same conference. So it's kind of different how the NCISA does their things. We're seeing a lot of the conference changes in the NCHSAA, but the ISAA usually is a few teams close in proximity based on their classification numbers.
What you pay attention more when I was coaching private school ball is you pay attention more to the 4A in general. You know what I'm saying?
You guys tailgate?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's the website again?
We'll hook you up here.
Right
Got
here,
some
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge.
interested fans. Got to get that link out, though, so
Yeah.
those that aren't here can check it out.
For sure.
Right here, I'll pull this up.
Baseball University of Blue Ridge.
Yep.
My son's pitching, so.
Nice. Is that Lawson or is that nice? Yeah, we saw Lawson pitch in that Christ School game. Velo was good. He just had to fill it up a little bit more, but he's going to be a guy. We were just chatting about him. And then I heard Owen Sheary was cleared, so he got another arm in the bullpen. Yep. He'll be back. I think he'll get cleared to be, another week or so, I think. But I think he's going to be available to pitch. It's a good one. Were you at the game? Were you at the game last year when y'all upset him?
No, I was not.
That's what.
He just transferred in. He had Tommy John.
Gotcha. Tommy John, my golly, that seems to be the. How's it going? You doing all right? You like the sweatshirt?
Thank you.
Heard your boy was cleared for the game.
Probably not ready, but
Oh, he's gonna come in and close this one out. Let's do it.
couldn't hit yesterday. I mean, he did, but it hurt.
Well, it's gonna be a good one. So, well, let's get back into some of the coaches' notes here. I was gonna say, Coach Bondurant sent us a freaking book.
I got a full essay right here. You want to talk about those state championships, Providence Day?
Yeah,
won?
let's see here. So they have earned 13 state tournament semifinalist runs. They have been the state runner-up in 92, 96, 2013, and 2023. And they were the champions in 88, 97, and 98. Is that right? That's Providence Day?
Yeah, so back-to-back in 97, 98.
So I
another one in
kind of
the
climbed the
80s.
ladder there.
Yeah.
Did not
Probably
realize they made it all the way to states in 2023. That's awesome. I don't know what I was paying attention to that year.
Well, I wonder if we're able to find some of these brackets, and maybe we can pull up some information while we're broadcasting today. But a lot of good baseball here over time. I'd assume they've been playing at this same park, and it's just grown around it. You can see how, we're kind of in a Cracker Jack box corner here in the neighborhood, but a great park, a nice brick backstop all
Say
the
the
way around.
architecture.
I love this field. I mean, y'all can see it on the camera right here. The field house is beautiful, and left center field, you got the scoreboard right there. On the back of the scoreboard, I didn't notice this because we don't come in that way, but it's Gill something Park, and so they've got a name of this park that we should have written down, and I should have done that when I walked in, but I noticed that going out there to the field house earlier.
So Coach, he graduated, it looks like in 1998. So he was all state, he was all conference all 4 years, Coach Bondurant. He was all state 96, 97, 98. Charlotte Observer Player of the Year in 97 and 98. Selected as a USA Today All-American his senior year. And he was part of that state championship run back-to-back 97 and 98. So he went on to South Carolina, became their number one starting pitcher, competed in the College World Series in 02 and 03. His best performance came in that semifinal game. I want to say it was against Clemson. Yeah, complete game victory against Clemson. And as a professional player, he was drafted in the 15th round by the Oakland A's, who are just the A's right now, soon to be Las Vegas A's. And he was the low A All-Star team that season, was minor league pitcher of the year in July, or minor league pitcher of the month in July of 2004. He was promoted to Double A Midland, where he led the team in innings, wins, and strikeouts. And he finished his professional career at the AAA level at Sacramento before retiring due to a shoulder injury. It's usually the quickest way out of a baseball career is a shoulder injury. Second is usually a girl. So, in 2007, Providence Day inducted Bondurant into the Charger Hall of Fame. Well, that's an honor. I'm not part of any Hall of Fames. Are you part of a Hall of Fame?
I don't believe
What
so.
What about John Street? Is he a Hall of Famer?
He got some award at North one year. Maybe it was just from teaching 30 years or some coaching thing. I don't remember. He definitely doesn't have it displayed anywhere in the house.
Definitely got to work hard to make it into a Hall of Fame somewhere. So,
well, look at what else he's done here. He was the director of alumni relations from 2015 to 2023 at Providence Day. That's when he became the head varsity baseball coach, and also changed his position from director of alumni relations to assistant AD for finance. So he's doing every type of job at this school, participating in alumni relations and being an AD, dealing with the finance side of things. So he knows where every cent's going in this athletic program, and dealing with all while also being a varsity head coach. Like, he holds many hats.
Yeah, and he sent us a bio on his assistant coach, Tim Mansfield. Now, you can't do it without good assistants. So Tim, it looks like he's the owner of One Way Fitness and Performance, and that's probably a big part of this team. You want someone who's into performance, explosive performance, speed and strength, plyometrics. So Tim played at High Point University. He was a 3-year starter. He's all Big South honors as a senior. He's currently top 10 in multiple categories in the HPU history books for baseball. After college, he did play professionally overseas in the French League, where he was voted the All-Star game in his lone professional season before retiring due to a desire to begin his coaching and training career. So he's a big part of the Chargers program here. Coach also sent over, he was trying to give me some bio information on Evan Mitchell and Frederick Cotton. Those are his other assistants, but ran out of time, so we'll just assume that
we'll hold it to him. Yeah,
we'll assume that they're good coaches. Now, alumni that are still playing in college for Providence Day, you got John Moralia. He's a left-handed pitcher at NC State. Bo Ziegler is a right-handed pitcher at Washington University of St. Louis. Tyler Nee, infielder at Kenyon College. That's out in Ohio, I believe. Jake Jeffries is at Williams College. Is that Rhode Island? Williams? I have to look that up. Chase Jackson is at Claflin, D2, HBCU. Harrison Barnett is a right-handed pitcher at Texas A&M Texarkana. So not the A&M, but I think that's a D2. Owen Tappy, right-handed pitcher at Virginia Commonwealth. Colin Raven is a catcher at Denison, very good D3 out in Ohio. And Justin Murray is an infielder, right-handed pitcher at University of Houston. He's also got me, you'll appreciate this, just another list of famous alumni. Grant Williams, forward of the Charlotte Hornets, two-time SEC Player of the Year at Tennessee.
Yeah, I remember that name.
Icky Ekwanu, left tackle for the Carolina Panthers. He's All-American at NC State. Anna Cockrell is the 400-meter hurdler for Team USA. She won a silver in the 2024 Olympics. Tiffany Mitchell, guard of the Las Vegas Aces, two-time SEC player.
The Aces love the Gamecocks here, and I guess so does Providence Day with Coach Bonder.
I mean, just it's a beautiful school. You know, when you have this kind of culture, the kind of expectation, you can build that work ethic that can bring you to glory, and that's what we're seeing with a lot of these graduates.
Doing some research, we found like their website, and they have like a full-on photography department in the website where they've got photos from all these athletic events. Some of them we used in one of our things. We appreciate the photographers for that, but it's really cool to see how it's essentially a mini like college program here, and is preparing these kids to go off to these athletic departments that we're sending them to, where they have specialized positions for, you know, videography and photography for each sport, strength and conditioning dealing with each sport, athletic training dealing with each sport. It's like you deal with maybe one or two sports at the lower schools, but a lot of like, you know, the JUCOs and whatever, like you're dealing with the same people week in, week out, you know, when you go off to college. And I saw that firsthand down in Georgia, and seeing how they do it here, it's really cool. And we can see the softball team's getting ready to go out and right.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find some lineups.
Yeah.
They bring you lineup cards yet?
Yes.
So let me take a picture. Unless are you done with them for the moment? I can bring them back, or I can just take a picture.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think they're just about ready. But is that okay?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Give me your info too. I can welcome you on the PA.
Ryan, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, and I'm Ryan Cook, and that's Hunter Street, and they can find it on our YouTube channel if they got friends and family at home that can't watch it.
It's called Baseball University
of the Blue Ridge.
Okay, and this is a live streaming thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you can say if they look up our group on YouTube, they can send it to their friends and family at home. Oh man, so Hunter and I were talking about the coaching staff on the Charlotte Christian side. There's a lot of familiar names here. You know, you got Paul Bard, who I think is the father of Daniel Bard and Luke Bard.
Thank you.
Reed Frank, obviously.
Yeah.
Will Myers.
Former Ray
and Padre. He was a really good baseball player. I think he might have made some all-star teams. Chris Narverson was a TC Robertson grad and a former major leaguer. I'd like to go find him and shake his hand, but Mark Reynolds, the sheriff, I'm an Orioles fan. We loved Mark Reynolds back 2012, 2013, 2014. So, yeah, just a lot of solid baseball history around us today. Well, let me write that lineup in while we let our PA announcer tell you the lineups too.
Yeah, I got that. Pull this over there.
Batting third and catching number 3, Bowen Betancourt. In the cleanup spot and playing third base, number 13, Maddie Carroll. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, 27, Jack McGrath. Batting sixth for the Knights and playing right field, number 17, Yvonne Andino. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 8, Hudson Simmons. In the 8th spot, and playing second base, number 25, Whitney McCammon. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 21, Derek Vasquez. In pitching for the Knights, number 9, Jack Beard. The head coach of the Knights of Charlotte Christian is Reed Frank. Assistant coaches Mike Rosette, Chris Narverson, Jim Cantaloupe, Paul Bard, Scott Sweat and Mark Reynolds. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your starting lineup. And coaches for the visiting Knights of Charlotte Christian. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is today's starting lineup for your Chargers of Providence Day. Leading off for the Chargers are playing center field, senior number 4, Austin Lord. Batting second and catching, junior number 15, George Hokenauer. Batting third for the Chargers, playing third base, junior number 5, Rush Adams. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, senior number 9, Austin Nelson. Batting fifth for Providence Day, playing left field, junior number 7, Jack Rivera. Batting sixth for the Chargers, playing first base, sophomore number 32, Matthew Emery. In the seventh spot for Providence Day, playing second base, sophomore number 12, Trevor Yancey. Batting eighth, the shortstop, sophomore number 14, Charlie Karak. Batting ninth, the playing right field, junior number 2, Brendan Raven. And pitching for Providence Day, sophomore number 8, Lawson Oakland.
Oh, yeah. Just catching up with the lineups. We had a good pregame show. We're just waiting to, we're live. They're hearing this. It's all good.
And from Davidson College,
Evan Mitchell, Davidson College. There you go.
For your 2025 Chargers of Providence Day.
Davidson is a popular school too, man. Every kid who's a high academic ball player brings up Davidson. All right, so we got ourselves a national anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your caps and hats as we take time to honor America and our servicemen and women serving here in the United States and around the world, keep our nation safe and free. Honors our veterans and their past sacrifices that positively impact our freedoms today. And now, the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we live.
Keep America in your thoughts and prayers. Well, again, welcome into Murdoch Field here on the campus of Providence Day School. I'm public address announcer Tim Dinelli. Glad to have you here.
That's Tim Dinelli you're hearing in the background. Good announcer. He was he sang the national anthem last time we were here. I like his rendition better.
Yeah, me too.
I like it live.
Well, we'll give you a good rundown of our camera angles. We got camera 1 behind home plate right here, getting a good view of the field house on left and center and infield. Camera 2 up down the third base line, getting your pickoff, getting your pitcher and your catcher down the first base line. Camera 3 a little bit above camera 2, but angled towards right field into the American flag and getting a double play in the infield today. So excited to share these angles with y'all.
I got my radar gun here right in front of us because we're right behind home plate. Hopefully that's not causing any latency issues like it did the other night. So, yeah, nice to meet you.
David Nelson, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Austin Nelson's dad.
Oh,
I just wanted to say I really enjoy your broadcast.
Oh, we appreciate it. Austin almost hit Hunter's Jeep last time. He hit that
Yeah,
dinger
it was
out
great.
there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The broadcast. I got to tell you, I was down in Charleston watching that game on big screen TV, and I worked for Hendrick Automotive Group, so I was at a dealership watching it on big screen TV. And somebody asked me about a week later if I was at that game. I said, "Oh yeah, I was." And I went, "No, wait, I wasn't. I watched it on the broadcast."
Well, that's we're trying to bring you to it.
Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that?
I
Yeah.
love your commentary. I love how you give detailed information about the guys. I like how you dissect the plays. I just think you do a super job.
It was a good plug because we're live, so I love it. Well, the one thing is y'all invited us back down, and we're calling it an exclusive feature. So this is just something for fans out there listening. Like, we have a busy schedule, but for next year, like, you know, even in the summers, like, look us up. Like, we would love to do more of these. You know, we did our 25 game schedule in the mountains and foothills, but this is, you know, when someone calls us up and says, "Hey, we like what you're doing," we're going. Oh, I appreciate it. Well, let's play some ball. So Owen Farrell up. Owen is going to be a quarterback at Charleston Southern.
Charleston Southern.
Next year? Is he a senior this year?
I think so.
Yes. So first pitch of the game from Copeland. 88. Buries it, but it's there. That's what we saw in that Christ School game. Plenty of stuff, plenty of velo. He's going to be a good one, folks. He's only a sophomore. Fills it up there, 89. Ooh, did you say ball?
I got a ball.
Oh, okay. So I had 89 on the gun on the corner.
Yeah. I was like a strike to me.
But again,
I heard ball.
Beautiful day for baseball. Much like a lot of day games, especially here when you're butted up against these trees, you're going to have a little bit of shade across that pathway from the catcher to the pitcher. It might be a little tough to pick up certain spins, slots. Boom, 88 right there. So Copeland already sitting 87, 88. But Charlotte Christian, they're not afraid of velo. They're a very solid team, and there's some solid contact there to right field, but that's going to be hauled in by Raven out there in right field. So one down.
Let's hit our keys to the game while we're at it.
Number 4, Darling.
Out there.
So Darling to the plate, playing first base, left-handed swinger. We're going to talk to you about our keys to the game here in just a minute. So first key of the game is it can be done. So Providence Day, you've beat them before. It was only one short year ago, so just have that confidence coming into this game. That's key, just knowing that it can be done. Second key, got to have a short memory as well because Tuesday just happened. It was 8-0, but you go dissect it, you watch some film, you put a new plan together, and you execute that plan. How's our camera on that?
Good. I might have to adjust it, but we'll be okay.
And then lastly, it's March Madness. It's that Cinderella style of baseball. So if you play the percentages, you have a little bit of luck. Anything can happen. So throw strikes, play clean D behind Copeland here. And this baseball game could be a thriller. So the count right now is 2-2. Copeland dealing to the lefty. Buries it here. So non-competitive pitch there brings it to 3-2. Velo's there. Just got to get that stuff over.
Camera look good. Camera look good. Let's go. Love to see that.
So 3-2 delivery. And we're going to have our first base runner of the game. So it's ball 4, base on balls for Darling. Heads on down to first base. It's going to bring Cohen Betancourt to the plate.
Number 3, Cohen Betancourt.
Cohen heading to High Point next year, D1 program. Not the biggest athlete, but wiry. You can see the strength in the legs.
Get ready, defense!
That's the beauty of baseball is you don't necessarily have to be a 6'5" banger like in football and basketball.
Go, D! Oh,
There's a pitch, off speed. Strike one. From the stretch, she's going to miss high, 88 on the gun. Really interested to see some of these freshmen for Charlotte Christian today, too. I was told that Vasquez is a name we really need to know. Coach Bondurant was saying before the game for Providence Day, said typically in the past, Charlotte Christian has not been, they've been more senior heavy, so it's a surprise to see some of these underclassmen getting in already for them. What's our count? 2-1. Oh, up and over his head there. That's going to allow Darling to head down to second base. It'll be a wild pitch. So he's got to get his adrenaline under control here. He's moving quick, but almost a little too quick. Make sure you breathe. So let's see if he can find the zone here. He located his off speed early. Thought he might go back to it, but he swings and foul tips an 87-mile-per-hour fastball into the mitt.
Yeah, Shadow's creeping on the infield. See how this affects him on the mound here. He's probably used to it since they don't have lights here and they play their games at this time.
But as Coach Bondurant was saying last time we were here, it is possible. They have talked about the idea of getting lights. Big K there by Copeland. So that's a big K with a runner in scoring position over there on second base.
Number 13, Maddie Carroll.
So Betancourt goes down swinging. Maddie Carroll, the sophomore third baseman. That was another name we were told to keep an eye on. So just a lone walk right now as Copeland's up in the zone a little bit this inning with the fastball. So after missing with the high fastball, maybe bring that curveball back here, drop one in for a get me over. A little outside. It's a good call.
See where he's set up, yeah.
Find it interesting. He's going from the stretch here with the runner on second. So I'd like to see him just go ahead and get a full pump and go. You know, just make sure that runner's not reading your. So he's mixing your looks. So a good secondary. So Darling out there definitely getting a good secondary. I can see why he wants to go for the slide step, but he's having trouble with his timing on the slide step. He's missing up in the zone. So he's going to need to stay in that hip like a little bit longer. Try to get that timing with the strike foot. So 3-0. Does have first base open. McGrath, the DH on deck, or another right-handed hitter. Takes back to second. Yep, misses up again. So that's ball four, 2 walks. So fly out, a walk, a K, and a walk is where we're at here as the number 5 hitter, Jack McGrath, comes to the plate. Sent a lot of text messages out today about this one. Anything from local schools all the way to Ivy Leagues. You know, when you got talent like this on the field, there's going to be a lot of coaches that wouldn't mind peeking in. Again, high school recruiting not necessarily hot right now with the transfer portal and the JUCOs. These guys that are committing to these schools, they got to be physical. They got to be ready to work because it's a job, and you got to keep up with the 21, 22, 23-year-olds you're going to be competing against. Misses up with the off speed. Again, I'm still thinking he just needs to commit to a full balance point leg lift, kick and drive here. I feel like with the slide step, he's just having a little timing issues, high release point. Little better there. He stayed in that hip a little longer. 88 on the fastball. 1-1. Big pitch here, trying to get ahead of a batter. Buries one, 75-mile-per-hour curveball.
Good block there.
That's George Kokenauer behind the plate. He is a very solid catcher. He caught up Providence State at Christ School last year when we did that game, and he was just a wall. Like I made a whole highlight film of just him blocking up that game. Good high academic ball player. Wants to go to a good academic institution. Wants to be a heart surgeon one day. So I know he's been looking at like good D3 schools like Hopkins. I always wonder though. It's just when you're going to be a doctor, isn't your grad school like your more important choice? Like, you just got to make sure that like if you have a baseball opportunity at like a D3 or something, is that department going to help you get to that grad school? Because I think some kids see it like, oh, I got to go to NC State. I got to go to these big schools to make sure I get on the right medical track. But I don't know. I just feel like there's more emphasis on grad school there and maybe taking advantage of those baseball opportunities if they're in front of you. So 3 walks in the inning.
Bondurant out to calm him down, let him know it's all right.
From our angle, it basically looks like Bondurant's pointing at home plate like you throw it over the plate. It's an easy game when you just locate.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not that easy. When I was a pitching coach, I did not like to go out there and talk mechanics at all. I feel in this case, like, for example, like I'm sitting here picking apart his slide step a little bit. Like if I go out there and say something like, hey, I feel like you get thinking, you almost have to tell them like, hey, your hair looks good, just go out and say something to get their spirits light, and then just say, hey, get your eyes focused and move like an athlete, Eyes is the best way to fix your problems in the middle of an inning as a pitcher. Optic nerve directly connected to your brain. Just stare in, breathe, and move as fast as you can, as athletic as you can to that spot. Bounces one here. Good block up by Kokenauer. Kokenauer made a block last year. I seen him on a curveball on a lefty, I think it was. He slid behind the lefty, and blocked it up. It was a pitch behind his back in the dirt. Good pitch there. 89, so that's a new PR here for the day. See if he can hit a 90. That'd be fun for the sophomore.
Sophomore, wow.
Yep, that's right.
Sophomore 89 is good to see. Got a few more miles per hour in that arm in a few years.
Now, I will say this. I don't know if this is the case for Copeland or any of these other players, but with private school, what's very popular is to reclass, right? So you'll have 19-year-olds. We had a few 19-year-olds on our Christ School team who are seniors.
Hands ready.
Get that extra year. Swinging it right through the box. Hard line drive up the middle. And that may score 2, and it does. So right between Kokenauer's legs, barely gets in. 2 RBI single by Andino. So that brings in Darling from third and Matty Carroll all the way from second base on the 2 RBI single by Andino.
The ball was hammered.
Yes, it was. Let's see if it actually had a recall up the middle on that. Nope. I was hoping it would register on the way out. Oh, maybe it was that, 138. No, that was a bad read.
No, that definitely wasn't. I saw 56 pop up on it. I was like, that was a little bit more than 56.
So Andino breaks the scoring open here in the top of the first. That's going to bring Simmons to the plate. Hudson Simmons, also a freshman. So again, a couple young men in the lineup today. Andino, the freshman. Simmons, the freshman. Wild pitch is going to allow both runners.
One behind your lefty you were just talking about.
So wild pitch is going to move both those runners up.
The thing I will say about that last pitch is the first time I noticed him actually follow through all the way off the mound, like he reared back and threw that ball. So if he can take that pitch and find the command with it, I think that would help him a lot more. I feel like he's just like staying back up on top of the mound the entire time and not trying to fall down the hill, basically. Like, see, that was a little bit better.
Yeah, that was well timed.
I think he's coming down the mound there, and he's finally getting that across plate. And the more he can do that, the better you can be.
No.
Hey, that was a great pitch right there.
288-mile-per-hour fastballs back-to-back on the corner.
I want to see the backside of his right shoulder, and that's what I want to see when he finishes. If he comes right there and I can see that, like a little X marks the spot, and I know that ball is in the strike zone.
Ooh, spins one there. 76. Thought he might have wrapped it around.
That was close.
It's a bummer, though, because he had 2 outs. It's the walks that are coming back to get him here because he had 2 outs with 1 runner on, had the extra walk, the 3rd walk that loaded the bases, and then Andino with an absolute rope up the middle. And that's going to be ball 4, and our bases are loaded again. So McCammon, a sophomore, so lots of underclassmen in the lineup here. Vasquez on deck, also a freshman. Matty Carroll, a sophomore. So second half of this lineup is freshman, sophomore heavy.
Good take, Whit.
Misses up there. McGrath, the junior, in the lineup there too. Darling, the junior. Farrell and Betancourt, I think, are the lone seniors in the lineup for Charlotte Christian. And hats off to Charlotte Christian for just being very disciplined on the zone right now. Like, they're not chasing, and that off speed ain't going to work until he fills up that zone enough with the fastball to help him tunnel it a little bit. Swing on the hands. That ball's going to hit the grass. Picked up by Crop, thrown across the diamond for out number 3. So thought that was going to be trouble there for a second. Now, wood bats, that bat would have been shredded into a bunch of splinters, but metal bat, he's able to push it out there far enough to make it interesting. Well, it's going to be Ward, Kokenauer, and Adams for the Chargers here in the bottom of the first. Score is 2-0. So Copeland showing great velo, touched 189 in there, has been sitting 87, 88. Just got to fill it up, similar to what we saw in that Christ School game. Good stuff, but got to get it over the plate.
Something's going on with this Starlink.
Uh-oh.
Or something.
Uh-oh, streaming server not reachable. That ain't good.
That ain't good at all.
Well, let's try troubleshooting.
Getting off for the Chargers, playing center field, senior number 4, Austin Ward.
All right, let me know when we're live or whatever it may be.
It's probably all these damn radar guns.
Could be.
85, 84.
So latency
All right,
coming
now
back.
Let's see. It looks like we're getting a camera going.
All right. So we still live on line?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to it then. So Ward here leading off in the bottom of the first. 2-0 lead here for Charlotte Christian after a rocket up the middle by Andino at the bases loaded. So one good curveball there. Reaches his hands out and just pops it lightly to second base. All right, had a couple technical difficulties. I think we're still working through it a little bit.
Junior number 15, George Okenauer.
All right, George Kokenauer doing the catching tonight here for Providence Day. Strong kid. Junior year. Looking at high academic schools, very much open to the D3 level. I know he went up on a visit to Hopkins in my hometown, Baltimore. I guess Charlotte kid would do okay in Baltimore. I don't know about a mountain kid. So on the corner. So count is 1-2 here to Kokenauer. 1 out after the pop up by Ward. Here's 1-2 delivery. Good curveball right back to us. 77 on the gun.
I think we're back fully. I don't know if that
Maybe
was Starlink
get a
or
chat. Somebody in the chat maybe give us a thumbs up if we're doing okay there.
Someone drop a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Shortstop Vasquez, that's the freshman out there. 6-3. Thought I might find some grass up the middle there, but slick play by the shortstop. And 3 freshmen in the lineup for Coach today. Coach Frank's got a youth movement going on here at Charlotte Christian. Pausing a little bit.
I definitely think it's something to do with the radar around us.
You want me to turn my gun off?
Yeah, probably. Let's see.
So Rush Adams up now in a 3-hole playing third base. Playing third base, wearing number 5.
We're still recording, so even if...
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you shoot on that side? I think the radar is messing up our computers.
I got you.
All right, pop fly, shortstop. Vasquez out underneath of it, makes the one-handed grab. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Charlotte Christian Warriors, right?
Knights.
Golly, messed that up.
But yeah, we're still recording as we're going on, so
Okay.
even if we experience technical difficulties, we can still get the full stream going, I believe.
Okay.
We'll have to see, because each camera's got
broadcast scenario connections.
recover it.
Okay. Well, heading into the top of the second, Copeland's going to come out for another inning of work here. Again, stuff has looked real good. Just a matter of filling up a little bit. 3 walks there in the first inning. Actually, 4 walks in that first inning. The nemesis for Copeland right now.
We're back to dropping.
That's interesting. I wonder why.
Well, it's on the same frequency wavelength.
What's that?
Radar and Wi-Fi.
Okay. Is there any other radar that we're dealing with here that we can see? What's this thing? I guess that's a camera.
That's a radar, too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Golly.
A lot of radar around. Well, we're back. 5 viewers.
All right, so we haven't ever been officially kicked off the stream.
Haven't been kicked off, just experiencing very laggy video.
So we're definitely on the YouTube channel too.
Yeah, we're going back now.
All right, sorry, folks. Again, I know this is our exclusive feature here. We're dealing with some exclusive internet issues. Looks like radar guns. We had about 15 of them back here, it seems. So
Yeah, you don't need 15. You only need one. Everyone can copy off each other.
see, I didn't know if mine was interfering because I don't know if it's a direct line. So Derek Vasquez, the freshman, had an assistant to put out there in the bottom half of the first inning at shortstop, left-handed swinger. Taking over for DJ Layton, who was at that position last year. DJ now in the Orioles minor league system. Swing and a skyscraping pop-up being called out there at second base by Yancey. That is 1 out. Man, that ball was up there for a minute.
Dude, that was a high infield fly ball.
So back to the top of the lineup with Owen Farrell.
The 2, Owen Farrell.
Owen flew out to right field, hit it really hard last inning, but that was Raven out there in right field that hauled it in. Misses outside with the off speed. Curveball. Yanked it a bit. Just need some more quick outs like that pop up there. Just fill it up. Misses just low there. Good spot. Wanted it. So calm day, no wind. Flag out in right field is limp. That's going to be a quick 3-0 count here.
I'll throw a message in the chat. Radar gun interference.
Oh, up and in. That's going to be ball 4. So not really close to the zone there. He's going to have to dial it back in here with Darlin coming up. He walked in the first inning, so we know he'll be patient.
Number 4, Drew Darling.
So they're just hunting fastballs right now, waiting for it to get into the zone. He's been missing up a little bit. Probably going in with that pre-notion of know my zone, don't chase. Look for a ball down by the knees or thighs to drive. Gets ahead of the curveball there. So left-handed batter, leadoff hitter on first base. Might have ourselves a steal situation. Another off-speed. So 2 off-speed pitches in a row. Curveballs, gets him on that outside corner. 0-2 count. Oh, almost hits him. About 6 inches inside. So Darling zips back. Gets out of the way. 1-2 count now. Off-speed count. See if the runner goes. He does. Tough pitch to throw on there. Up and away. So stolen base for Farrell. So 2-2 count. If you're Darling here, you're looking for something to pull, get that runner over. Swing and a foul ball to the left side. So do that 2-2 count again. Tries to wrap another curveball around there. He got ahead doing that, but that one's just outside. So another full count, pitch count climbing here for Copeland in the second inning. Calls his catcher out.
We'll have to look into if there's a way to change the Starlink Wi-Fi signal from 5 gigahertz to 2.5.
Oh, yeah?
And see if that is the reason.
Is that like a different wavelength than what radar's on? Interesting. How's our latency at the moment?
We're good now.
Okay.
But I don't know if anyone's been running radar around us. And I don't know if it's radar close to here or where it is. So
yeah. It was interesting. Well,
full count.
Hopefully our viewership is still with us. Strike 3. Good 3-2 count. Just reared back and fired a fastball. See if he
Great pitch there.
just said, hey, hit it. Now, granted, I have noticed that a lot of our views go up after the game. These kids go home, they watch it again. A lot of these coaches I talk to, like they're practicing, they'll go watch it later in the evening. So it is a live stream, but we get a lot of replay views. So hopefully later this evening when we post the replay, it'll be in. It's a good jump there by Farrell. Oh, wow. So what a play there. So Hokenauer made the throw down to third. Adams put the tag down on him. Got lost for a minute. Ball scooted away. Great read by Farrell. Gets up and scores the third run of the game. So I want to see the replay on that one.
Yeah. Look back at this.
I guess you call that an E5 for the ball getting away from the third baseman and not being able to find it.
Yeah. Ball just got lost. I'll show you that. It's right there.
Yep, it just couldn't find the ball for a second. It really wasn't that far, but, I mean, Farrell was just a great heads up. So that's all on Farrell right there. Scores the third run of the game. So, again, Copeland, good stuff. Just got to fill it up. That's the name of the game, you know. And it's funny, too. I was talking to the area director I report to for the Dodgers. That's going to hit him. So Betancourt heads down to first base. I was talking to him yesterday just about how data-driven everything is. So it's like you'll have pitchers with 8.9 ERAs are still on their draft sheets because they're getting swings and misses, they're getting whiffs, they have the spin, you know. And I think for hitters, it's like there's more bias towards them. You can be batting 360, but if you don't quite have the contact percentage or you're swinging and missing just a little bit too much at certain velos, they're going to write you off pretty quick. Very data-driven game. And, you know, for pitchers, it's just so funny how, like, you can have all the stuff in the world and still struggle to throw strikes, but you're high on the radar, you know. It's only going to last so long. You know, there's only so much time you can be given to figure out the zone, though, as a Major League Baseball pitcher one day. So runner goes. That ball is fouled off, so a little hit and run is trying to push it back right side, fouls it off that way. So it hits one of those pine trees, a bunch of pine needles drift down into foul territory there near the dugout. So 1-1 count. Let's see if the runner takes off here again.
Nice pitch.
Nope. 1-2 count now. Off speed count. You send them? I say send them.
Already up 3-0. Yeah, why not?
I say try to create a little chaos.
Try to get him to third here. You can on an overthrow or something.
Runner goes. Swing and a drive. Ward has a beat on it. That's one of the hardest plays to read sometimes. The line drive right at you. Yeah. So 3-0 here as we head into the bottom of the second. Let's talk real quick for y'all viewing at home, viewing the replay here. Just talk about crowdfunding in general. You know, you can see up on the screen here our Patreon. Looking to continue to bring coverage to Western North Carolina. Again, we're here in Charlotte this evening, but getting a lot of comments, a lot of good praise and feedback on our broadcast. But one part of this model is we're trying to find a crowdfunding element to it. You know, fandom. You know, the more crowdfunding, the more sponsorships we have, it's less money we got to try to take out of the pockets of our prospects. Just trying to create a different model here in this tough recruiting scene. So either hop on the Patreon there. It's BB University, right? WNC, yep. BB University, WNC on the Patreon. Take a look at what we're trying to create there, or just hop on our X account. There's a tip button at the top of our profile on X, also BB University, WNC. And you can just give us a one-time thank you as well. But again, we're trying to find a crowdfunding element to what we do to keep bringing you really solid coverage and bring it right to you with no intermediates, no memberships, no nothing like that, just straight to the people. So funded by the people for the people.
Well, yeah, it's like some of those funds go to the issues we were just experiencing. And we apologize for that, but you got to have some tech that a radar gun doesn't interfere with.
Yeah,
and
right.
I don't know if that's something that's out of the blue because there were 7 or 8 radar guns around us at one time or not. But
it is what it is.
Yeah, if we could get different tech that can cover things like that from you guys, it's very much appreciated. We've already purchased 3 phones, 3 fence grippers, tripods, Starlink plan, switcher plan, Canva Pro subscription. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into
There's
this.
a lot of things we've been learning. We'll
appreciate what you guys have helped us with thus far and what you can continue to help us with. Big swing.
Had a former WLOS employee reach out to us last night. He was East Rutherford grad. He was at our game the other night, or at least saw the live stream. Had a lot of insight. Has he's a guy we might reach out to about working with, expanding the crew. But again, it's all about the funds. We got to collect the revenue to make it happen. So that's ball forward for Nelson. So Nelson had a big old home run in the Christ School Providence Day game we covered back in end of February. So he bounced over Hunter's Jeep that was parked out beyond the left field fence.
Well, it's out there again today, so we'll see if he can mash it.
So Jack Rivera up here, the junior, playing left field. Coach Bondurant was saying Rivera's a dog. He's scrappy, gets it's a dog fight every time with him. He's a guy you want in the trenches with you. Not the biggest kid, but he's getting the most out of his athletic ability. Junior.
I like to see the Chargers take some pitches here. Walk start off. If you can get him to throw a lot of balls here, then you can get some base runners on and cut this 3-0 lead.
Say Nelson, the DH on first base, also a catcher. Most known for his big swings. Rhodes College commit. See if I can get a radar gun read here before it makes our cameras wonky again. So 85 on the fastball there from Beard. How's it going? Nothing crazy yet.
Looks good. I'll let you know if it shoots up.
So 84 there. So 84 to 85 on the fastball. Nice play by Vasquez. Is it in time? No. So infield single for Rivera, and that's what Bondurant was talking about. That kid hustles all the time. So first hit of the game for the Providence Chargers. And that brings Matt Emery to the plate. Matt doing the first base work this afternoon.
Matthew Emery.
Matthew's also a pitcher. We saw him at the end of that Christ School game. He pitched against Christ School last year as well in the game we covered. I believe he did. Might have been 23. So 2 men on here in a 3-0 game. This is the rally that the Chargers were hoping for.
Have to see a gapper right here, see if they can score the runner on second. Get a little momentum going into the home half of the second.
So got ahead there with that first fastball. Swing and a pop fly to center field. It's going to be a can of corn. Tagging, but no advance. What's your highest for him so far? Okay.
27th for Providence Day, playing second base, sophomore number 12, Trevor Yancey.
Trevor Yancey, remember this name? He was CamWood Bats Player of the Game on that February 28th matchup. Had the go-ahead. I think it was a double line drive, double down the right field line that brought in, I want to say 3 runs. I think it was a bases clearing double in that game. Nice curveball there. Good depth. Late break there. I say throw that pitch again. You can just, I don't know if that's slider or cutter there, but just enough on it. Just dipped out late.
Nobody.
See, that wasn't even as quality as the one before, but gets the job done. Starts up higher in the eyes, buckles the knees a little bit. So now Yancey finds himself in a quick 0-2 spot. Big pitch for Beard here. Nothing kills a rally like a strikeout with runners in scoring position, so get some watching there. That brings a shortstop, Charlie Croft, up to the plate.
Chargers, the shortstop, sophomore number 14, Charlie Croft.
It's a good location by Beard, and that's the difference here. You know, Copeland maybe 87, 88, touching 89, but 84, 85 on the edges. Good mix. You fill it up, allows you to tunnel your slider, tunnel your off speed. That's why I don't drool over velo. You know, at this age, you know, it's important to start building it, but you can be 84, 85 in high school and keep building up your process. You know, keep getting stronger in college. You know, be a guy that learns how to compete. And when the velo comes, you'll be ready. You don't have to learn how to be a dog.
Nobody.
Okay?
Yeah, we're fine. That was
Good pitch. Late break. Good take, too.
Let's go 1-4.
should be a 2-0 count. That first one was in.
Charlie Kropf, Kropf. Long hold, delivers, spins it in, just backdoors, or I guess that'd be a back door, right? Technically, front door, inside corner. A back me up slider. So finds himself with the 2-strike count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Vasquez eats it up, tosses it over to the second baseman, McCammon, and that is a fielder's choice to end the second inning. Smooth-looking shortstop out there. I think that's going to be a name to watch for a while.
It is the Charlotte Knights. Charlotte Christian Knights 3.
So, again, sent this link out to a lot of coaches today, a lot of talent in this game. Sent it out to anywhere from junior college to D3 to D2 to some Ivy League, high-level academic D1s. A lot of good ball players in this game. Ooh, we got ourselves a new arm? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
So 2 innings of work for Copeland. It's going to be final line, 2 innings pitched. 1 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. 1 hit by pitch. Strikes out 2. 2 earned runs, 3 runs altogether. So he's the pitcher of record right now if this score stands. And now Owen Sheary coming in. Owen just got cleared, had a broken hand that rolled over from the basketball season, I believe. Owen's a left-handed swinger. Once he's cleared for the field, he'll be back at that probably shortstop, second base position, middle infield. Came out to our prospect filming in November at Cleveland. Velos were good. I want to say he was low 80s, good stuff, good spin. He was on the mound when they beat Charlotte Christian last year in that 11-3 game. I think he did it was a complete game. I believe it was a complete game W as a freshman because he's only a sophomore. So
now pitching for Providence Day, sophomore number 10, Owen Shirey. The 27, Jack McGrath.
So Jack McGrath up. Jack walked his first time up. There's it. So what are you thinking?
I'll tell you if it goes live.
Oh, it hit his head. Gosh darn it.
All right.
The top of his helmet. We're not going to say huh? It hit his helmet.
No, sir. Great. No. Okay.
Back live.
All right. You want me to text out the link?
The same link.
Oh, same link?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're live. So we got Austin Nelson up here in the bottom of the 4th. 4-0. You may have missed it. Maybe it was recorded. I don't know. But
There's RBI single by Matty Carroll there in the fourth. Runner thrown out at home.
Oh, don't swing up
To
there.
end the fourth. So right now 4-0 is where it stands in the bottom.
So Jack Beard still in the bump here. Swing, fly ball, right center field. Simmons gonna settle under it and make the play for out number 1. Well, a lot of technical difficulties today. Not really sure why Starlink was shutting down on us. Radar guns, maybe. We just gotta make sure in the future we stay as far away from radar guns as possible. So Jack Rivera up. He had the first hit of the game for the Chargers, infield single in the second. Takes the ball up there. Swing, hits a ground ball and a hop to the second baseman, McCammon, I think is how you say it. So it's 4-3. Matthew Emery to the plate now.
Number 32, Matthew Emery. You ain't never wanna be the same.
This might be something in the future too, where that Speedify thing comes in handy. Connect to a couple different things.
I'll have to look into that next week.
Curveball in the dirt. Well, 4-0 here. Bottom 4, 2 outs. Looking okay for the moment.
Yeah, we are.
Shoot.
I gotta go fix that. Constant.
Been one of those days.
Good. That's been on for 81.
It's a 7.
You're always wrong.
This one is.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh.
All right, there's a base hit by Emery.
Second baseman, number 12, Trevor Yancey.
Sorry, I was texting a little bit here with some coaches. All right, definitely a turbulent day. Thought we were going to have a lot more pace to the day. Didn't have to worry about sponsors as much, but then we ran into the technical difficulties. Is what it is. Hopefully this broadcast is pieced back together. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like here later on. Again, we thank Providence Day Athletics for having us down today for the opportunity. Hopefully we got some viewership still here. There's a foul ball by Yancey. Yancey struck out in the second. Runner on first here with 2 outs. Got to try to get something going soon because Christian keeps tacking on an extra run each inning, it seems. It's 4-0 at the moment. Good. That changeup looks like it ran back in. Good changeup there. Right on right changeup. Now, is this something you can connect back to Starlink, or is it worth just staying with the hotspot at this
Trying
point?
to see if I can.
Curveball stays up. 2-2 count. See if the runner maybe goes here, get something in play. Nope, stays put. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
So
It's a good game by Beard here. Only 2 Ks, but hasn't had a lot of hard contact off him.
One hit.
A lot of timely, poor contact, timely pitches and poor contact off the barrel. So going in the top of the 5th, we got McGrath, Andino, and Simmons coming up to the plate. Well, what you thinking? Anything to add? Frustrations? Want to yell?
Yeah. I don't know what the heck's going on. Because it's got great download speed from Starlink.
But it just doesn't seem to last.
I don't know. I'm trying to test it and figure it out. I might go back.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't think we had an issue during the Christ School game. I think today a lot of radar guns out. That seems to be a thing. We saw that at that Stuart Kramer game. We're going to have to do a good job of trying to avoid that in the future.
I've just never seen all 3 cameras simultaneously go absolutely crazy and just pause and not connect.
Number 27, Jack McGrath.
I tried at the half of the inning and attempt to get back on.
Yep. So Jack McGrath here. First pitch swinging. Hits a ground ball down to third base line, just fair over the bag. That's going to be a lead-off double. So lead-off double for McGrath. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. Tell you, just a really good game right now being pitched by Jack Beard. Timely hitting and some insurance runs for Charlotte Christian. Just some good small ball for the most part. Pitching defense and timely hitting. That brings Andino up.
Hitting for Charlotte Christian, number 11, pinch running, I beg your pardon. Number 11, Sean Thomas O'Donnell. At the plate, number 17, Yvonne Andino.
So O'Donnell running for McGrath. Andino had the big 2-run single in the first inning that broke the score and open. Struck out in the 3rd, looking. So he needs to, I was going to say, can keep playing the small ball. I don't know if he's going to have a chance here. Nope, that's going to be a
on you, Blue.
Base hit single, or bunt single, I should say. And that brings Simmons to the plate. Simmons 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. He's playing a good center field out there, too. Some good-looking freshmen in this lineup. So Hudson Simmons, sorry.
Nice pitch, Owen.
All right. Tempted to shoot radar real quick, but I think I'm gonna not do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
So double steal here brings in another run. So Andino steals second, and then that pinch runner comes in to score on the backside of the double steal.
Hey, stay in the middle, drive him in.
5-0. So again, chipping away. It's like one run an inning here, it seems, for Christian. Bondurant going to come out and talk to the catcher here, or excuse me, talk to the umpires here. Guess he's asking about the tag play at second there, and maybe he wants to give him his 2 cents about the double down the third base line. Some of the fans thought it was foul. So man on second. So it was a nice bunt, sack bunt by Andino that ended up being a single. It was so finely placed. So they got a lull here. Are we making a pitching change? So number 11, Hudson Poindexter heading to the mound. Is he going to be our next arm?
Yeah.
So noble effort here by Shirey. Works 2 innings. Might be staying in here. We'll see what's going on.
Wow. That was gorgeous.
So not 100% sure what we're waiting on here.
Wow.
What do you think the holdup is here?
Number 12, Trevor Yancey, now moving over to shortstop.
got cleated. Or just some blood or something?
Oh, say maybe there's an injury.
Well, he came off the field showing Coach B his glove, it looked like.
So it's Croft, the shortstop. He might be hurt and being replaced here by Poindexter. So let's see here.
Line drive in the middle. Let's go.
So
At second base for the Chargers, number 11, Hudson Poindexter.
So Poindexter in for Croft. Yancey moves over to shortstop. So Simmons with a chance to add on another insurance run here. So 5-0. Getting eerily close to the score from Tuesday. So the big thing for Providence Day is they're going to have to put some runs up. Squares the bunt, ball inside. So Shirey's still in. Thought they might have been making a pitching change there.
Hold the angle.
All right, so 2-2 count. Nobody out. So full count here now for Simmons. Does have first base open. Hits it over to the second baseman here. Poindexter throws to first as our first out of the inning. 4-3. Moves the runner over to third base. So Andino on third, McCammon now the batter.
'25 with McCammon.
You checking out on that Braves score at all?
I can get internet on any of these phones.
Right.
I haven't really been paying attention to it.
Curveball for a strike there.
I'm glued to this one phone connected to Starlink to see what's going on, and I just can't fathom the reason other than radar.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
So the squeeze was on, but everybody was running home. So when Andino threw the brakes on, there's no one at third to take a throw. So he retreats.
I just think the common denominator is radar, because it's the only difference we haven't had. And there's multiple of it in our vicinity.
Yep.
Knowing it runs on 5 gigahertz, that's what this
Good job here,
Wi-Fi
2-5.
runs
Let's
on.
go.
So 81 on the fastball there from Shirey. Pops it up in the left field. Tags. Here comes the throw. And he is going to score. So sack fly RBI.
Great execution.
for McCammon. Scores Andino from third base, and now 6-0.
The 21, Derek Vasquez.
So Derek Vasquez up to the plate now. 0 for 1 at a walk. Scored a run in the fourth. Good-looking shortstop. He's been playing pretty well out there. Swing and a pop fly here, back up into the net.
Yeah. The net, upper net up here's got 6 baseballs stuck. Never seen that before. Only in a batting cage.
I mean, I guess you can't get them until
Still a
you
ball.
get a ladder. Ladder tall enough to get it.
Here's drive.
So Vasquez puts one out in the center field. Great play out there by Ward.
Dude, I'm glad we call that one.
He's been running for days if he hit the ground and the ball was not in his glove.
Austin Ward.
That was a highlight reel play out there in center field by Ward. Left his feet. Ball finds the leather. 6-0 here going into the bottom of the 5th inning.
I wrote that one down in the highlight reel. If there's one highlight we get from this one camera right now, that'll be something we'll have to cut up.
Yep.
I hate that this is the way it's going, guys, but that'd be important. Hate that it's the way it's going, guys, but you know, with a lot of tech out here today, a very competitive matchup, a lot of different people. You got a max price photographer, you got the away team radar, you got our radar, you just got everything, and it's causing a lot of like latency and connectivity issues out here. Like I can't even get the Starlink to connect to my phone Wi-Fi and, you know, check a score or anything. So it's there's something involved in it.
It's almost like, is it worth like putting it just on the table here? See, like, you know what I mean? Do you feel like it's too far away at this point?
I don't think it's the distance. I think it's the fact that there's just so much in the air. Even if it was close to us, like I'm connecting to it and it'll bounce up and get to like 200, 300 megabits per second download speed and then fall back down. It just depends when someone shoots that beam into the air and it bounces back, because that's what the radar guns do.
Yeah.
Like shoots it, sees where the thing is.
So Jack Beard having a good game. He's been 84 to 86 on the radar gun. He's only given up the 3 singles. Yep. 4 singles on the game. He's collected 2 Ks. Big double play ball there in the 3rd inning. So fastball up high. Ball 1 here to Poindexter. So Poindexter came in the game for Croft. Croft, I guess he was hurt on that play. So yeah, I guess Croft exited the game, hurt on the play. Poindexter in now. Swing and a miss. So pinch hitter here, you're ahead 1 and 2. I say just go ahead and throw your best fastball, see if you can hit it. Nope, goes to the curve. 76 on the curveball. So ground ball second base, 85 mile per hour fastball. And he's been getting a lot of that, just a lot of weak contact. He's got, let's see, 1, 2 pop outs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ground outs, including the double play, 2 Ks. And 2 fly ball outs, 3 fly ball outs. So collecting outs a variety of ways today is the Beard man. Brings Raven to the plate. Brendan Raven had a single when he led off the 3rd inning, playing right field this evening.
Let's go, 2. You got this, Raven.
Come on, Jack. Keep pumping it in there.
pitches. That's on.
There's a strike. So is that 2-2 count?
Yep.
All right. So number 9 hitter. Let's see what he goes with. Goes with the might have been a change up there. 79. Well, Hunter, sometimes that's just how life goes. It's unexpected. We still have a lot of respect for the Chargers for bringing us in. We'll get this posted after the game this evening here to make sure they got a full game replay and go back and pick their highlights out. We'll still be posting highlights for these teams here later in the weekend. Good talent, though. The pitching's been solid. A lot of high velo from both starters. Beard obviously filling it up. Beard only surrendering the 1 walk this evening, or this afternoon so far. Limit your base runners. You give them less chance to score. Playing those percentages. 81 on the fastball. So fastball velo coming down just a bit. Closer to 81, 82 this inning.
How about that great catch in center field for number 4, Austin Ward, now up a play.
You heard from the PA announcer. Great catch by Ward here as he comes up to bat for a 3rd time here in the 5th. Leadoff hitter today. I think there's a lot of college talent playing in this game today, especially some of these arms. So it's high-level baseball. 6-0 here. Charlotte Christian in control at the moment. Barry's one here. So ground out in the K. Ward now up here. Beard trying to retire the side here in the 5th.
Okay.
78 on that one. Not sure it's still there. Maybe a little cutter or something. Has a little spin to it.
Dang. We were back on that one.
Yeah, try to throw a little extra there, but yanked it.
I wonder how they do this at all these big facilities and whatnot, like down in Atlanta and Myrtle Beach, Charleston, where there's about 17 bajillion radar guns and every mom and daddy streaming. So
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
Swing, pop fly to right field. And Dino calls for it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. That's going to bring us to the top of the 6th. It's going to be the top of the lineup for Charlotte Christian.
5 complete here at Murdoch Field, and it is the nice Charlotte Christian.
Well, what's it going to look like later? Do we got to go piece it back together, download it?
Your guess is as good as mine. I guess we'll find out and download whatever off each device into a thing and maybe have to cut it up. Might have some issues with scoreboard on it being accurate, but
I was going to say, is it still going to have the audio from the game? Or
so right now, everything that has been live has collected our audio. Now, during that spiel, when it went down and we didn't have a stream, I don't know what's going to be in the middle of that on the YouTube.
It might just have to be
I don't know.
Yeah. Might just be a lag thing. So, well, we still run off your hotspot.
Yeah, it's run on my hotspot.
Okay. How's
Yeah,
this?
that's my computer on the Starlink.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
I'm trying to figure out if I can change it to 2.5 gigahertz. And
Interesting.
again,
Interesting.
you only make the changes when something goes wrong. So it's a good thing that it went wrong so we can be prepared for the next 20 times. But it's not a good thing it went wrong during a broadcast.
Yep. All right, so Sheary ends up going 3 innings. Surrenders 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Catching
Strikes
for
out
the
3.
Chargers, number 9, Austin Nelson. On the mound for Providence Day, pitching number 11, Hudson Poindexter.
So Sheary goes 3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Had him up to, I think it was 81, 82 on the radar gun. Kept him in there a little bit. You know, it's 6-0. It's not an impossible mountain to climb, but they only got 2 more ABs to do it, and they got to try to shut them out the best they can here. So
Out of glove, I would have had it.
So 0 for 2 is Farrell. He did walk and score a run in the second. Stole 2 bases in that inning. Well, the Orioles are playing some good baseball. So here on opening day, I was happy to see they're up 12-2 in the bottom of the 8th. So I'm excited to go home and watch the replay of that game. So Poindexter threw well in that Christ School game. Not a high velo guy, probably mid-70s, but throws a lot of strikes. Works quickly, gives the defense a chance to play behind them. Say that shade's starting to cast all across the infield now. So probably a truer opportunity to pick up the arm slot release point. That's ball 4. So Farrell takes his second walk of the game. Drew Darling coming to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks and a walk.
Number 4, Drew Darling.
Well, 3 games next week. We're back up in the mountains. We got North Henderson, East Henderson Tuesday, Reynolds, West Henderson Wednesday, and Pisgah Tuscola Friday. Gonna have to cross our fingers, hope Starlink's back to working and quits being finicky by then. Poindexter spins, throws over to first. Runner's back in time. Runner goes, swing, and that's a line drive to left field, and that's going to get down. Farrell's not even going to stop. He's going to head all the way to third. Tag apply, but drops out of the glove of, I think it's Emery over there now. So it's a single for Darling. And Farrell makes it all the way to third base. Darling stays at first.
Cohen Betancourt.
Brings Cohen Betancourt, the High Point University commit, back to the plate. Having a tough day, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, 2 Ks. He's caught up a good game back there. Battery mate, Beard, throwing really well to him.
Save it. Come on.
So everybody moving around a little bit. That's Nelson back behind the plate now. Looks like Kokenauer's moved over to first base. So everybody moving around a little bit after Croft came out of the game. Runner goes. No throw.
Come on.
So yeah, I think Nelson had a little trouble getting the handle on that ball, but Betancourt almost came across the plate on that. Could have maybe had an interference challenge. So stolen base for Darling. Oh, that's going to get back to us. Runners do not advance, though. So second and third, it remains. Still nobody out. Well, I had to abandon the other two cameras. Sticking with the one. Something's better than nothing.
Exactly.
So Poindexter here with a, so it's 2-1 count. Locked up by Nelson. 3-1 count.
And I wonder if it's the differences between the traditional guns versus the other radars that people have, because the guns shoot the beam out and it comes back and it's done. And it's not a constant beam. And I think this one is a constant beam.
This one over here to the left of us?
Yeah.
Could be.
I don't know.
I'm wondering if we would have set up on the other side. Away on,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If it's in between the thing and the Starlink, the iPad.
Number 13, Matty Carroll.
We know we can split the 2.5 or 2.4 and 5 gigahertz wavelengths or bands or whatever they call them. So
yep.
We'll attempt to do that for the future.
I think it's kind of cool too here with Providence Day is they have their middle school JV varsity team is all kind of through the same program, and they really push hard to put that program's core values to compete, and just like everything they do. So they have their 3 C's: it's compete, commit, and consistent. So when you get these kids as a 6th grader, you get a chance to groom them all the way up for that varsity level talent. And they do a lot of off-season training around here. This is not a boarding school. It's, it's a day school, but, all these kids are local enough. They pretty much have all those different phases of training throughout the year. Good, they have a great facility, hitting roof out there in center field. A lot of the, indoor facilities. I think they have a wellness center. A lot of conditioning, strength conditioning, access.
He got injured. It looks like he pulled something.
Oh, so now what happened?
Who's pinch running?
So now what they're going to do is the catcher's going to continue running, and I think Sawyer Kataya is going to come to bat now.
Okay.
But is it an out? Because you have to.
You sub out the bat.
Still up there.
If we were out of, if we didn't have a sub, it would be an out.
But who's pinch running at first?
So there's something going on here.
Okay.
So who is up? So Betancourt being removed from the game, it looks like. I don't know if it's an injury.
And they're going to pinch hit someone else.
Okay, is it definitely 7 going back to first base?
Yes, Sawyer Kataya is going back to first base, and it looks like they're going to bring Jacob Reynolds to
Okay, thanks.
All right, so
Number 7, Sawyer Kataya, pinch running at first base.
so the catcher walked.
Pinch hitting for number 13, Matty Carroll. Number 1, Jacob Reynolds.
Okay, so some subs in here. Jacob Reynolds in to hit for Matty Carroll. And the pinch runner, they say Sawyer Kataya? I'll have to go back and see who's pinch running there for Betancourt.
Yeah, Sawyer.
Okay. So a good block up there by Nelson. Hitting here is Jacob Reynolds, also a freshman. So a lot of young talent in this dugout here for Charlotte Christian. Swing. There's a line drive up the middle for the pinch hitter. That'll score 1. That'll score 2. And he is safe at second on the I think it's an E8 out there. So 2 RBI single. And we got a replica of our score from Tuesday.
Yep.
8-0 right now. So 2 RBI single for the pinch hitter, the freshman Reynolds, Jacob Reynolds. That's going to bring Jack McGrath up. Jack had a double to lead off the 5th inning. That was down the third base line. Ground ball jumped over the bag. So infield in here. Trying to prevent those 2 other runs to come in, because if it's 2 more runs and then we come into the 6th and we're hitless, that'll be the ball game. So Poindexter trying to lock in right now. He does have first base open. Here's the pitch. Good take. Oh, he calls it a strike up at the top of the zone. Thought it was a little high, but gave it to him. So still nobody retired here in the 6th. Appreciate our viewers. Again, not how we planned the technology to work today, but 1 camera on a hotspot's better than a finicky Starlink and no broadcast. So nice pitch, outside corner. So 2 strikes now. Full count. Swing. Pop fly. It's going to be in that Bermuda Triangle. Shortstop's out. Makes the catch. A little nervous. He had his back to the field, but was able to make a track on it. So 1 out. Big out. Now you got the so you got first base open still. Do you put him on and go for the double play ball, or just keep going batter at a time here? Andino 2 for 3. 2 RBI single in the 1st. Hit another single and scored a run in the 5th.
It's a good time to be situational. Work on it here with infield in 2nd and 3rd. Might be a time later on in the year you see this, but it's 8-7, not 8-0.
Yeah. This is outside.
A lot of what high school is from what we did was, even if you're in a 3-run 4-run game or something, it's like, yeah, it's probably out of reach. You work on situations because later on in the year and in the playoffs, it'll come back.
Stays behind one, and that ball's going to stay up just long enough. Raven makes a nice play. Runners are going to tag, so it's going to be a sac fly for Andino. Scores the pinch runner. Was that Sawyer Kataya?
Great, Hudson Simmons.
So 9-0 here. That 10th run out there at second base. Hudson Simmons up now. Walk, a single, and a ground out. Say one thing for Charlotte Christian, I will say, I don't think there's been any errors made out there today. So very clean game. Only the 1 walk by Beard. So 0 errors, 1 walk. I mean, you're going to win a lot of your games if you aren't giving away a lot, giving away free base runners. The ball pops off the glove of Nelson. He's going to fake the throw to 3rd. He's going to move up on the pass ball. So that 10th run is only 90 feet away. Again, Providence State would have a chance to hit in the bottom of the 6th, but they want to keep that run at bay, so they give themselves at least 2 more opportunities to swing the bat. Say Hudson Simmons having pretty good game out there in center field, too. He's tracked down a bunch. Takes ball 4 here. So good line on the day for Simmons. First and third situation now. Whit McCammon up at the plate. Whit 0 for 2 at a sac fly in the 5th. So first and third, defense being yelled out by Nelson. Well, it wasn't too bad of a drive down here today. We did pass all the wildfires. Very smoky up in the mountains. Woke up and thought the mountain was on fire, but it was just the mountain coming up and over from South Carolina into our ridge. But it's creeping up into Rutherford County, Henderson County now. A couple more fires I think were reported in Jackson County, Buncombe County. So keep your thoughts of those Western North Carolina families in your mind. It's been a rough couple months for them. Crossing our fingers, hoping maybe get some rain here in a week or so. What do we got here? Baseball in the field down there?
Probably a lacrosse ball.
Lacrosse ball.
Oh, yeah, the way he threw that was a lacrosse ball.
Dang lacrosse players.
I know when you coached at Christ School, you probably hated all the lacrosse balls that came in.
There was a lot.
Did they ever add a
There's no wall over there,
yeah,
really.
They never had that when I was growing up playing there.
Swing, pop, foul into the trees.
Fido on the other side of the
Nah, that whole left field, it's free access for those lacrosse balls.
So how does that work with where does fair play end? And
there's just a white chalk line that we start on the visitor
so
dugout.
You can't catch the ball on the other side of that chalk line. Fair or foul, I should say.
Oh, yes, he did. So McCammon, 1-2 count. So 2 outs here, trying to keep that score 9-0 here. Swing, fouled into the fence of the home team dugout over there. So again, both starting pitchers today, good stuff. Copeland was 87-89, just had the 5 walks. He's got to find the zone. Maybe it's the slots that seems to have trouble timing there. Jack Beard been 84-86. Filled it up, only the 1 walk. So Simmons takes second base. Second and third here.
Home team gets the hit. They still do. Even though it's past 5 innings. Okay. But after that.
Yeah, I'm excited for next week's baseball. Again, this is our exclusive feature. We'll get back to our typical broadcast pattern next week. Again, we want to thank Providence Day Athletics for having us. Going to go home and cut up these highlights for these kids, get those posted, repost the replay the best we can. You know, I think it's unfortunate. I'm not sure exactly where the technological issues stemmed. Hunter thinks he's got it figured out with the radar and the frequency of, 5G?
5 gigahertz versus 2.4 gigahertz. It's waves that Wi-Fi bands run on, and radar actually runs on 5 gigahertz.
Let's go, Whit. Let's go, Whit.
Tough battle here by Whit McCammon, the sophomore.
Let's go, Whit.
Seeing some pitches, fouling off some tough offerings. Again, Poindexter not a flamethrower, but he's had success just mixing and controlling the zone. Today, he's got hit a little bit for sure here in this inning. Very disciplined Charlotte Christian team. Looks like that 10th run. Oh, is he going to get him? He says he's safe. That's that 10th run. So Reynolds.
Good job, Jacob.
The pinch hitter comes in to score from third base on the wild pitch. Simmons over to third base. And we might have a 6-run or 6-inning game.
Yeah,
we don't have to rush any late sponsors or anything, though, like we have in the past. If there's been a 10-run game.
Providence Day Athletic Department for
and
giving us this chance, and we'll try to do it right and get this cut up with all the angles.
Oh boy, that is just a late game flat-footed error right there. So E4, there'll be no RBI on the play. And Derek Vasquez will get a chance. And Charlotte Christian is batted around here in the 6th inning. So 11-0.
Sticks all around.
Again, we'll get back down here to Providence Day. If we do this a third time, if we come back next year and do a third game or maybe playoffs, because there's no NCISAA, there's no issues with rights to
I love
stuff.
the playoff game here.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where when we come next time, we're going to have to double check, triple check exactly how we want Starlink to work. Say coach over there yelling at his bench, telling some of his guys to get ready to potentially get into this game. And that's the thing is you got to know that if you're a bench player and you're up 11-0, you better be up. I'd be asking like, Coach, what you think about maybe letting the old boy take a swing?
Yeah. There's a lot of learning experiences once you get in these 10-run rule games, getting guys get ABs, getting situational stuff that you don't always see.
Sometimes they show you something that gets you thinking for the next game. I've had one of those at least every year I coach where somebody took advantage of an opportunity late in the game and just got in your head a little bit, or somebody just keeps working hard in practice, get that starting spot in a week or so.
Abriste muy rápido. Abriste muy rápido. Quédate para el medio, vamos. Quédate para el pitcher.
Swing, pop fly. That ball is going to just creep over the net and into the Providence Day dugout. Ooh, this has been a long, arduous inning here.
Mm-hmm.
Say the inning started off 6-0, still within striking distance. Currently 11-0, just a bit out of hand at the moment. I like the look of this shortstop. Him and the the Simmons kid. He's got some looks to him, Only freshman.
Starlink.
Same. And Dino, the other freshman, so 3 freshmen in the starting lineup.
Vamos, ahí mismo, vamos, quédate para el medio.
2 sophomores, 3 juniors. 2 juniors. Sorry. That's strike 3. So strike 3 watching.
So we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Poindexter works 1 inning.
Top of the 6th.
I want to say 4, maybe 3 of those runs were earned, but 5 total. It's the K there. That brings us to the bottom of the 6th, maybe our last inning. It's 2, 3, 4 hitters coming to the plate. We'll see if they can squeeze 2 across at least to force a 7th inning. New pitcher on the bump here. Looks like it's number 24, Grant Nicholson.
34 maybe?
Or no, 34, sorry. Max Carson. Yes, so number 34, Max Carson. So final line on Beard. Goes 5 innings. Gives up only 4 hits, 0 runs, 1 walk. Double check that. Yep, just the 1 walk. Collects 1, 2, 3. On 1, 2, 3 Ks. No hit batters, so right now he's in line to get the W and might be our CamWood Bats player of the game here. So again, still brought a CamWood bat down. Still want to present those CamWood bats to the player of the game. Again, thank you to our broadcast sponsor, though, Providence Day Athletic Department, and thank you to CamWood. for offering the bat for this exclusive feature. Again, we still have our CamWood bat coupon, BBU, WNC, for 10% off of all your purchases of CamWood bats.
Welcome. Great to have you here today. And again, that's Baseball University Blue Ridge.
Of the Blue Ridge, that's all right. But yeah, BBU, WNC, 10% off on all your purchases at CamWoodBats.com. Great trainers. The famous Tony Gwynn put his name on that. Game bats, tutorials, tees, merchandise, garb, swag. Get your CamWood stuff at CamWoodBats.com. Again, thanks to the PA announcer. He just announced that we're covering the game. I almost don't want people to know when the technology's not working.
Good thing it's after the issues arrive.
Yeah, right. So if you log in right now, we look pretty good.
We'll address the issues and hopefully get these things squared away again. First year on all this stuff, and every time you think you have it down, you get in a rhythm, something new pops up, and it's a good thing.
Swing right into the glove, so a line out, LO5. So nice sting by Kokenauer, but right into the glove. Final line for Kokenauer, 1 for 3. Stung too hard today, though.
Third base, number 5, Rush Adams.
Again, Max Carson on the roster as a senior. Don't know if he's trying to play in college at all. A bit of a sidearm, a little bit of a sidearm slinger here. Well, I almost hit my radar gun.
That was the closest one we've had yet.
So 67 on the gun there is off speed. Again, I'm a big fan of a sidearm slinger. Wasn't listed on the prospects to watch. Not sure if he's trying to go play in college, but spinning it here. 67 in the zone for a strike, 1-1 count. Every bullpen can use a sidearm slinger or two. Gives you a different look. 78 on the gun there. Coming from a slot like that, that can be tough. Again, Rush Adams 0 for 2. Ground into a double play there in the third. It was a well-hit ball, but just a great turn by Vasquez and McCam in the middle there. That one hangs up. Is it going to fall? Yes, it is. That's a base hit for Adams. So 1 for 3 on the day for him. Still a little life. Bring Austin Nelson to the plate. He can put one over the fence with the swings. So potentially a big swing here would make it 11-2. Extend the game a little bit.
Love Austin to hit one to the Jeep again and keep this game going for another inning.
Yeah. Trying to make it interesting here. Again, the Rhodes College commit. Good D3 baseball program. Good academic institution. Everything's spinning out the hands of Carson. One fastball so far was 78. Spun everything else about 67, 69.
There's a drive.
That's a hard swing. That's going to stay up, though, for Simmons. Gun says 90 off the bat there.
Good hard hit ball to center field on a rope.
Well, final chance here potentially for the Providence State Chargers. Jack Rivera 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single, infield single in the second. 1 out away from a final here. Swing and a miss, 67. A lot of spin. That seems to be his primary pitch, working backwards,
Mm-hmm.
Spins it again, 67. So both outs hit pretty hard here. Kokenauer lines out to the third baseman. Nelson hits the ball hard to the center fielder. Adams on first with the single. Rivera trying to keep this game alive. 79, just low. So 78, 79 on the fastball. I'm sure he could touch an 80 if he really rears one back. Again, a lot of colleges out there that would like a high academic sidearm slinger if he wants to play somewhere. 77 on the gun there. So 3-1, 3-0. What do we got?
I got 3-1.
Hits him. HBP, still some life here for the Chargers. Adams going to move up to second.
First baseman, number 32, Matthew Emery.
So Matthew Emery coming up to the plate. Matthew had a single in the fourth, 1 for 2. Well, interesting broadcast today. Again, there's going to be a dead zone in the middle of this game on the replay, but we'll get the highlights posted that are worthy. Again, big game by Jack Beard. I'd say Jack Beard's probably our CamWood Bat Player of the game.
Yeah, I'd
say unless some crazy heroics come out of the Chargers dugout here, going to need several base runners. Got to start with 2 to score here to keep the game going, and maybe a miraculous 7th. Spins it outside. .638, might be able to get home here before 9 o'clock potentially. Probably more closer to 9:30. So driving back up that mountain takes a little bit. There's a strike. So lots and lots of spins from Carson. Yeah, beautiful field down here. Like coming on campus, always a pretty spot. Swing and another hard hit, but it's the final out of this game. So all 3 outs in this inning were hit hard.
And
final score.
One man left on base. That's the ball game. 10-1 rule through 6 innings.
Yep, six inning game. Very impressed with the young talent of Charlotte Christian. Very impressed with Jack Beard on the mound. Just real quick, going through the box scores, a couple notable lines. Kokenauer 1 for 3. Rush Adams 1 for 3 with a single. Rivera 1 for 2 with a single hit by pitch. 1 for 3 is Matt Emery. And 1 for 2 is Brendan Raven. So nothing but singles for Providence Day. Some great defense out there by both center fielders today. Ward making a highlight reel catch in center field for Providence Day, and center fielder Simmons, great game for Providence Day out there as well. Owen Farrell, 0 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs. Drew Darling, 1 for 3 with a single and 2 runs scored and a walk and 1 stolen base. Let's see here. Matty Carroll with an RBI single, 1 for 2. His pinch hit for him there in the last inning was Reynolds. That was the young freshman Jacob Reynolds. He was 1 for 1 with the 2 RBI single run scored. Jack McGrath, 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Ivan Andino, really good game for him. 2 for 3 with a sac fly, 2 RBIs total, a run scored, stolen base. Simmons was 1 for 2 with a single and 2 walks, run scored. Whit McCammon, it was 0 for, but had a sac fly. And on the bump, again, the final line for Jack Beard, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. So again, thanks to CamWood Bats for sponsoring these trophy bats. You can find them in Haywood County, but also go on CamWoodBats.com and use that BBU WNC coupon code for 10% off all your purchases on the CamWoodBats.com website. Again, Beard was 84 to 86 on the evening. Good-looking junior, spun it really well. Copeland, again, 87 to 89, just has to find the control. Sheary, 81 to 82. Came in, got hit a little bit his first appearance back in, I think, of the season, actually. So he's got to be happy. And our records here now, let's see where we're at. Charlotte Christian improves to 13-3. 2-0 in conference, while Providence Day is now 5-8, 0-2 in conference. Again, if you like us and you want to support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, check out our Patreon. Again, it's patreon.com/BB University WNC. Again, all the help we can get, the crowdfund. You can also go to our x.com page. BB University is our BB University WNC is our username on X, and you can throw a tip in there as well. Crowdfunding is going to be a big part of growing our coverage. So check us out on social media. Make sure you're following us on the YouTube if you're listening. Follow us on X. That's great for the college recruiting. And again, we're going to be putting up all our clips there for college recruiting purposes over the next couple of days. You can check us out on Facebook and also on our Instagram. We're trying to grow those followings. So again, thank you to Providence Day Athletic Department so much for having us. We had a blast. I'm sorry so much about the connectivity issues, but I think we have enough to work with and get this thing connected and put back together for you for the full game replay. So any closing words? Happy MLB opening day.
Happy opening day, everybody.
All right, we'll see you next time.